Yo, what up? So John McGarrett's back with another video, another heater, another big one. Okay, so like today's tutorial is this is targeting business owners slash management slash CEOs of companies slash corporate. You know, this is for you. I know nobody of that stature is probably gonna watch this, but you never know. But before we hop into it, I just want to ask everybody to please subscribe if you like this content. Please stick it out. You know, listen to what I got to say. I promise this is going to add value to your life. That's what I'm looking to do. Add value. Try to be a positive influence back, you know, pushing back on the culture. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's just hop right into it. This tutorial is how to change a shitty employee to the best employee ever. You know what I mean? How to stop having crappy employees. Pretty much how to transform your business, how to make your company better. Okay? So, I mean, like, this is going to be 0% of you because we're all just gamers. I'm pretty sure everybody just watching my channel is just a bunch of gamers and stuff like that. But you never know, you never know. It's more of a story time. All right, so let's just get started here. Okay, so you got me. When I turned 18, that's when I entered the labor force, like, officially. I started at Walmart. I worked there third shift overnight for like 2 years, something like that, maybe a year, something like that. But I was one of those, I was good at my job, abuse the job type people. So, you know, I knew I was better than most employees. They're paying me $8 an hour. I didn't care. You know what I mean? Okay, so I work at Walmart, and I'm missing 1 day a week. Easy. And, you know, I'm on the line all the time. I'm taking long breaks. I'm taking early breaks. I'm taking extra breaks. I'm doing whatever the heck I want because I'm better than most people that can get in there. So I was abusing that fact. Okay. So then I go to Walmart again. I changed stores. And I joined Second Shift Cap when they had that. So from there, I worked. And just to give you a little bit more context here, how crappy of an employee I was. You know, I'm a little bit better. I'm a little bit older there, and you know, but as soon as I start to, you know, really solidify myself as a big player in the factory or in the in the store, I start to, you know, stretch the limits and stuff like that. Get cool with people, whatever. So, for instance, I'm not proud of this, but they told me I got promoted from second shift cap to a support manager in about 4 months, 5 months, something like that, and then during the manager meeting or whatever, they told me that there was a glitch in their attendance system and they were not able to give any occurrences to anybody, any absences, enforce any absences because the system was down. And Walmart didn't want to mistreat the stores that had it, or they just weren't enforcing the policy for about a month. And they told me, hey, don't tell you or your best friend. And I said to them in the meeting, why would you tell me this? So then after my shift that day, me and my buddy, we sat at home and played Diablo 3. For a month straight, and they were calling me every day asking me to come back. What's going on? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just really sick, you know what I mean? So then, you know, yeah, not the best employee ever. So I quit there, and then, you know, I'm kind of a bum for a little bit, and then I, you know, meet up with my girl and we move out, and I'm living with her and her uncle, and we're not doing great. So I am on food share at this point, but food stamps. But they told me, you're going to get cut off unless you go get a job. I'm like, well, I don't know how to get a job. So then they signed me up for a job training program. And essentially my first thing, they had me building a resume or something like that. But they knew the town I lived in, they knew that they had a couple factories that were just, you know, they were turnover machines. People were going in, and then as they were entering, they were leaving the building. Like that bad at places to work. So I went to one, and I'm like, yeah, I just need a job. I'll do anything, man. And it was, you know, it paid pretty good. You know, it paid a lot more than Walmart was paying me, but that didn't matter because when I set foot in that building, man, it was my first factory. I did back room work at Walmart, so I'm kind of used to the factory environment. I felt like I was gonna be, but I walked into this thermoforming plant, and man, it was not fun. Your sinuses immediately like plugged up because it was 100 degrees in that plant, and it was like massive humidity because they couldn't, like, I don't know, it was bad. Like, you could not, it was so hot in there you could not think because there was like 27 ovens or something like that, and they're all just melting plastic at 280 degrees, and they're cycling constantly and just letting all the heat out, and it was bad. It was like super dusty. It was like super, oh my god, it was horrible. But the thing is, when I started there and they were telling me their policies and stuff like that, like during my first couple days or something like that, I was learning about it during my orientation or something. And they said, you know, we have this attendance policy that if you show up every single day for 30 days, you get $400. Okay, so that, you know, perfect attendance bonus. And I'm like, oh, cool, sweet. But then the thing that changed me from zero to hero is this simple fact. So they said, the thing is if you miss, everybody else gets your $400 who didn't miss. And I was like, what? And they said, yeah. So yeah, there's about 100 employees. I'm just gonna write this. I feel like if I draw it, it's gonna follow the story a little better. So there's about 100 employees, and so it was $400. You can kind of see where I'm going here. So if I was the only one that did not miss, 40,000 smackas before taxes, obviously. Okay, so twofold. The reason why this is twofold, too strong. One, I wanted to make $40,000. I wanted to make $400. I want that check. But the other motivating factor is I was not letting any of these assholes at this factory get my money. I am not giving my money away that needs to go to my kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was not missing work because I'm not giving my money away. That's why it was so powerful. So, I mean, okay, you know, that seems like a lot of money, but like to the company, it wasn't. I mean, they were starting us. Okay. So, like, the beauty of this is like, oh my God, man. Like, I went from like the crappiest employee ever to the, you know, I missed no days. I think I missed maybe one day, and it was late too. So if you were late, you didn't get it as well. I think you were allowed to be late once that month or something like that, just to give people like who hit deer and something, you know, give them a break, throw them a bone. You know what I mean? So like, amazing policy. I don't know how that's feasible to a lot of other companies. So like, let's break it down though. Like I've the plant I work at now, I brought this up again, and everybody said that's ridiculous. That's like, you know, whatever. So I started asking like, how often, you know, you don't get anything extra for showing up to work, because they just, you know, they say, well, you get paid. Well, sure, I know, but people need extra incentives. So like, I asked them, how much money would you need to get paid to show up every day? How about so for like, let's say for like a week, if I give you $25, would you show up for a week? And then I see their lights, their eyes light up. I'm like, well, how about 20? How about 15? And you know, I would just stop at the number that they stopped really showing interest, you know, and then you can go from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'd probably work better the other way around, but that's just how I did it. So like, for $15 a month, or $15 a week, or $20, or even $25 a week, just to get an employee to show up, that's great. So how would I make this in a business so that it's like feasible, right? So let's say you're making, hold on, I lost my marker. Where's my marker? Hold on. Okay. So let's say you're paying people $15 an hour, times 40. What is that? $600 a week gross. So that it's about 0.62 you take home after taxes and most of your insurance and stuff like that. So what is that? 60 times 6, which is 360, and then so 360, 372 or something like that. I think it's $372 after. Let me pull up my calculator quick, see if that's right. 600 times 0.62, 372. Okay, yep. So it's 372. So you get about $372 a week. So what you do, that's for $15 an hour. This is bare minimum. This is not what like factories are paying right now. But you could, for instance, say your factory's making $19 an hour. You want to incentivize people to show up to work? You drop your base rate to like 17 plus incentives, okay? Or 15 plus incentives. So like, there's like a lot of room here. So 15 to 19. You know, you're restructuring your company's crap or whatever. Who cares? You know what I mean? Like 17 plus incentive for new hires or something like that. Plus then, so you got twofold. You keep the employees that have $19 an hour, and then you give them the incentive too. So then you're not forgetting about your old employees, because you don't want to lose your talent. You don't want to lose the people that are like the ones that have like the know the ins and outs of your business that you don't even know about because you're just a manager, you're just a business owner and stuff like that. Things happen that to your company that develop over time. But so these employees are, you do not want to forget about your older employees. But anyway, so you bring new employees in, so you cut their dollars, $2 an hour. So then 2 times 40 would be an extra $80 a week gross, right? So you got 80, so then you can cut that in half. You can go $40 a week just to show up, and then $40 a week with some sort of like other incentives. So you have $40 extra a week. And then what this does then essentially is like, you give them a base rate, so you know, because people that go there, you hear it all the time. They say like, oh, you know, a job's a job. You know, I'm paid by the hour. Blah blah blah. You know, and like I'm not gonna. So I have a word for them. I guess I'm not gonna say it, but these are just gonna be bad employees. Okay, so bad employees. I can't write very well. That says employees. I swear, bad employees. You could pay them the 17 just to show up and, you know, check boxes and stuff like that. But then incentivize your players, your Pareto players, your 20%ers, man. The ones that are going to see perfect attendance. And if you do $40 a week or $25 a week, you can spice the pot up by saying the people that don't get the, you know, perfect attendance for that week, you pay the $25 to everybody else. You know what I mean? And then, like, you're creating all this extra value, but you're still only paying these people $19 an hour. You know what I mean? This is just a simple concept. And honestly, I have like, oh my God, it's just, this is how you can turn your business from zero to hero, man. Like, you know, I hear about all these factories in my town with all this crap, like all this turnover and stuff like that. This is how you get it up. You think like this, creative solutions like this. You need extra solutions. You need to gamify your plan. And that's what incentives are. It's perfect attendance bonus. It's a login bonus. You know, we played League of Legends, you played Smite, you played all these other games that got login bonuses. You got Call of Duty login bonuses, loot boxes, you got all this other crap. You know what I mean? If companies finally woke up and just thought about, like, you know, this type of stuff, they would have better companies. But this is a surefire 1,000,000%. If anybody out there has a business or runs a business or works in a place, pitch them this idea. Tell them how freaking amazing this is. Use my story. Tell them how you'd never miss work if you got an extra $25 a week. It wouldn't take that much money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, this is it. I mean, yeah, I started kind of slow, and now I'm just ranting and just raving. But yeah, I mean, just my story. This is kind of a new format. I'm just experimenting a little bit with this. I might need to get like a drawing pad or something like that. That may be something I invest into. But yeah, if you want, this is just a good incentive to get employees to start showing up to work. And you know, now that I finally got this off my chest, I've been holding this in. Now the internet can take hold of it, and you guys can do whatever you want with it. So thanks for listening. Hope this helps somebody. Hopefully it was entertaining at the very least. Take it easy. Take care. Have a good day. Businesses, you need to freaking do better, because like if you want workers, whatever, that's a whole nother rant. I'm not going to get into it. It's going to be another video though. It's coming. I'm coming with the heat. I'm coming for businesses. I'm going to fix America. Here we go. Have a good day. See you later.